What is that? I'm at a gate, there's a field, I hear footsteps. Can't see that moon, can you? Not like I can anyway. Right, you're going to stare at that light a minute, that hedge. And I'm going to keep yapping. If there's any cows in the field, I'm not crazy. I'm on a little night mission. I'm just taking my gilet off because it rained earlier, as you saw. And we're in the hills now, or we are getting into the hills. And I'm getting hot. So I've got this old, well, I say old, RH plus, I can't remember, was it RH plus RH gilet, which is not bad. It's not bad. Like, it's one you can take the arms off, and obviously makes it a bit easier to pack up on the back of my little camelback. So we grabbed that tonight. When it started raining, I really wish, I thought, well, I should have, well, not say should have, I know it's going to be a bit poor tomorrow, the weather, I think, but could have packed my little Castelli, I suppose. But we're alright. We've got thermal base layers on. We've got thermal base layers. Ta-da! So we're not too bad. It's a nice clear night actually at the moment. Was that a bird? What was that? I'm sure that's cattle down there or something. We're not going to light them up though, we don't want to scare them. Unless they came to the gate, party on, eh? Bit of stone wall action for you. Nice. There's an art in that, isn't there? Really nice. Just like this ride. Nice. Some storms around over that way, I can tell. Hopefully we'll be alright to get home. Anyway, we're on top of the Mendips. There's television mast, or the aerial mast, whatever you want to call it. Moon. And we're going to head down to Adam Watkins's and my haunt, Budgeons. For probably a coffee. Hate me all you want. It's cold-ish. It's late at night, you know. Something to liven up the spirits. What are you doing that riding on your own, P-Raw? Because I like it. It's something I've always done. I used to do it on my mountain bike back in the 90s before, like, you know, technology was around as far as lights was as bright as they were and things like that, you know. We used to just go out with, like, mag lights and things like that. I know. But I think I mentioned it before, that I converted a mag light once. I just chopped it off and connected it to a battery. Or rather put a lead on it so I could put batteries on it. It was cool though. What, are you on your own, P-Raw? I mean, like, if you're going to do an Audax or something, you're riding with other people, aren't you? Unless you lose people or people go ahead or people fall behind. But I like to be random. I'm spontaneous. I'm, you know, young, free, single, all that sort of thing. I just kind of go out when I want, do what I do, you know, do what I want to do. And most people are kind of like, you know, under the thumb, aren't they? Girlfriends, you know, husbands, wives, whatever, your girl, boy, whatever, kids, and they can't kind of do what I do, you know. That's kind of how I plan for it. I just, you know, people might be jealous of what I do, but it's just by choice I do what I do, you know. You know, I've been in a long-term relationship and been in relationships and things, and, you know, I don't know if she's watching, but we had a good time. It was fun, man. It was fun whilst it lasted. You know, I've been out with girls. We've gone to like gigs, and I've, you know, been in and out of relationships and things. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying at the moment I'm kind of doing, and I'm on the path I'm on. All right, that's what I want to say. That, you know, it's just kind of by choice, isn't it? Like, I mean, I could quite easily go out back to my old lifestyle and get pissed and go out around town, you know, meet some random girl and, you know, all that sort of bullshit, and go out on weekends and shop, and, you know, it's not exactly hard, is it? I mean, I've quite got the confidence to go and do that sort of thing, but my life's on a different path now, you know, and I'm just flowing with that. It's as simple as that, you know. Right, on top of the Mendips, it's like no wind, people. Bit of a rant there, but I just wanted to say that because, you know, it gets people to like know a bit more about me. I'm not scared of saying something like that. That's fact of the matter. I choose to do what I want, all right? And I respect like time. Like time doesn't stop, does it? Just like you shouldn't, you know. You got to be the clock. Don't ever stop moving. I don't mean like don't get any sleep and like smash stuff out all the time. People got to rest, right? But just do things, you know. You know, if you're on your own, a bike's a good way to get out and do things, you know. It's a good thing to do on your own, all right? I mean, granted, I'd love it if someone came along into my life and she was like into cycle touring and bike packing or whatever and travelling, you know. If it happens, it happens. But, you know, hey girl, if you're watching, leave a comment down below, private message me, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel, check me out. I'm not a bad person, man. I'm just kind of like feeling my feet. You know, a bunch of these uploads on, I know this, I'm going on rambling, I'm waffling, but YouTube kind of, it can make people think they know you, but they don't, you know, and like, I might come across as whatever on here, but, you know, I ain't a bad kiddie, you know. Just a person out doing my best, right? That's all I'm doing. And I feel so like, not powerful in a way, in fact of finding a better diet, you know, and kind of, you know, although I'm a bit heavy at the moment as far as I'm concerned, because I haven't been out riding as much as the past few years. Again, I'm waffling, but, you know, to actually have something like that to play around with, kind of incredible. Like, you ain't going to play around with KFC and McDonald's, are you? That's like literally going downhill, isn't it? There's nothing like, there's nothing to play with there, is there? But like vegan food, you know, there's so much worldliness about a vegan diet that you can play with, you know. If you just want to be a little bit plant-based, if you want to be 50-50 with that, whatever, right? Right, pedaling rules waffling, I'm off. Down this hill, I might check in later, if you're lucky. Yeah, I just want to add as well, like, it's kind of none of people's business, is it really, certain things, but some things I just don't really give a shit about sharing sometimes, you know, because the amount of people out there that are in, like, shitty relationships just because, like, everyone else is, and they, like, don't know what to do with the rest of their lives, so they're in, like, some shitty relationship, and they're surrounded by all this, like, material bullshit, and they buy even more on the weekends, you know. The amount of people that have gotten married because of, like, all their friends have gotten married, and the amount of people that have gotten married because all their friends have gotten married, and they've had kids and more kids, you know. People might say, jealous pedaling raw, or you don't know what you're on about. Well, I'll tell you what I do, because there are people out there that really regret what they've gone and done, you know. And again, that falls back to what I'm doing now, you know, to be able to do what you want, all right? Yeah, just want to say that as well. Who cares, man? Like, why do people do that? Get themselves in such a mess, don't they? I must admit that this isn't for everybody. As I said before, I'm not a loner. I can just handle my own company, and I like the dark. You know, if you want to get into it, just cycle around your local area. You don't even have to go out into the countryside like this, but it's alright at night, man. Like, I just come down one of the hills over there, wherever I've gone up, I'm up on the hills now, and there's a Land Rover came down and followed the road up to where I was and turned around and went back, which was kind of weird, but you know, I'm not worried about people and cycling at night, because 9 times out of 10 they probably think you're more crazier than they are anyway. And again, there's no one around, you know, which is one of the reasons why I go out. One, I like technology with the lights and stuff. You're able to go out and blast around some lanes and have some fun. And 2, there's no one around, because people get on my nerves. Normal people get on my nerves. I'm kind of only joking with that, but, you know, if people that understand will understand what I mean. It's nice to get away from that, like, craziness of, like, normal life, isn't it? Where everyone's rushing around, and, like, when you're out at night, everything's, like, so still, you know? So still, really nice. See no wildlife tonight. There's plenty of snails and slugs around there. There we go. 5-bar wooden gate, a rarity. Keep a lookout. I didn't pack my balaclava tonight, but I'm tough, alright? I can handle it. Tough. Years of cycling's toughened me up. Just cycle harder and faster. You get warm, eh? That's the answer, you wimps. We're actually following the wiggle route at night. It's more fun. What up, Watkins, with the B-U-D-G-N-S. Budgeons. I'm an happy bunny because, or happy bunny, I just found a balaclava in my bottom of my bag. It's like so tiny, but it's such a comfort item. Getting a bit cold around the ears, like, you know. Does everyone want to know what I've got to eat? I've got like stuff I shouldn't be eating. Black coffee. Trek bars. But take note when you're buying Trek bars, alright? You want to get the flapjack ones, because I've been buying them thinking that, oh, they don't do the flapjack ones anymore, and they do these like weird cold pressed bars. They don't really taste as good as the flapjacks. So we've got those, 2 of, and then just a bit of cheap British on the piss chasing with some vodka. Not tonight anyway. Energy drink just to give me a waz to get home, man. You ain't doing what I'm doing, so judge all what you want. You round the block afternoon people. You fair weather like normal in the normal daytime cycling type thing, you know what I'm saying. People need a can of whoop ass to get home. I mean, I don't need it to get home, but I want it to just give me that little bit of a stimulation to get me home a little bit quicker, you know. This is P Raw doing it real, right? Doing it real. None of this fake putting it on for YouTube and Instagram. Bull S. Bull S. This is the real deal. You can't muck around out here, people. Can't muck around. Budgeons. Watkins. What up, dog? You crazy cyclist. Thousands of Ks cycled this year. I haven't done anything. I've only rode about probably like 200 kilometers this year. That was 2 days. We missed though. We missed. We've made the effort to be mic'd up today. So Shiraz bought off eBay. Similar pad to Asos. Very impressed. Helly Hansen thermal. What can you say about these? They're good. Craft base layer. Again, they're good all year round. Double them up if you want. And then the old trusty Asos short sleeve. Medium. I take a medium in most things. Pretty much everything, to be honest. Mavic Arm 1 was those were. Microfleece and Socko socks. Very good. Balaclava. eBay buy. Can't remember how much. Again, these Thinchulets were eBay. And RH Plus. Another eBay win. 30 quid or something. Bargain. Thanks for watching.